I'm looking like, feeling like, acting like money. She looking like, feeling like, acting like she want me. She got what I fiend for, I'm acting like a junkie. Got me buzzing like a bee, you know I'm after that, honey. I got my eye on her, I can't keep it off her. She got an eye on me, she can't keep it off me. Bad little shorty, now I know how Lauryn Hill felt, cause she killing me softly. Yeah.
There's nothing in this world, there's not another girl that can satisfy my needs.
There's nothing in this world, there's not another boy that can make me feel so sweet.
Cause my love is so right when she hold me so tight, I should kiss me goodnight.
Cause he fills up my life like a star, he shines bright. Boy, come with me now.
The first time me meet her, yes, my senorita, me never want to leave her, no. Cause the girl look sweet, nothing compare her sweet, and me really want to take her home. Yo, cause she look nice, and she is a one of a kind. When me look up in her eyes, and she got me mesmerized. Picture perfect like a Kodak moment. When she kissed me goodnight, and she feeling up on me. Yeah, we been there from the jump, never front, never stunt, never done what an average girl done. And I can tell by her body language, she feels my emotions, it got me anxious. So that me thankful, me an angel, and me really I feel let her know. She's the woman of my life, and yes, she shine bright. So please let the chorus go. There's nothing in this world, there's not another girl that can satisfy my needs.
There's nothing in this world, there's not another boy that can make me feel so sweet.
Cause my love is so right, when she hold me so tight, I should kiss me goodnight.
Cause he fills up my life like a star, he shines bright. Boy, come with me now. Saw you from across the room, looking so fly, gotta talk to you, yeah. Didn't take a sec to see, but you're the only one I wanna rescue me. I can't lie, boy, you're my type of guy. There's nothing in this world that can stop me from loving you. Stop me from loving you.
Girl, you put me in a good mood. And me love the way you flex too. We could chill, girl, after school. Cause I ain't tripping, girl, it's up to you. And sister, we've been inseparable. Cause I need everything taken next to you. Since day one, you know I stay true. So ever since then, it's been me and my boo. There's nothing in this world, there's not another girl that can satisfy my needs.
There's nothing in this world, there's not another boy that can make me feel so sweet. So sweet.
Cause my love is so right, when she hold me so tight, I should kiss me goodnight. Kiss me, baby.
Mr. Lover, Mr. Lover.
Sugar, DJ.
Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever gonna let you go.
That's right.
Once I get my hands on you.
Love me, sex machine.
Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever gonna let
That's
you
right.
go. I hope you feel the same way too.
I hold a man allowed to make you moist and wet. I hold a man allowed to make you moan and sweat. I hold a man allowed to make you scream out shit.
Mr. Lover.
Sweet, succulent, and fine. A twinkling, yeah, you're my darling divine. I love the way you move and all the way you design. You're on the latch from my mind. Forget that corny line. Now let me hit you off now with this question sign. You seem to be the type for me to wine and dine. A little candlelight, then I toasted over some wine. Well, I will hit you off now with this lyrical rhyme. Now, Mr. Lover, keep you rockin', Mr. Lover, keep you rockin', Mr. Lover, keep you rockin' and swing. Now, Mr. Lover, keep you rockin', Mr. Lover, keep you rockin', Mr. Lover, keep you rockin' and swing. Sing, girl.
Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever gonna let you go. Once I get my hands on you.
Love me, sex machine.
Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever gonna let you go. I hope you feel the same way too.
The face to the wall, hot like the fire. If you come out now, you make camera retire. Anytime you mag a gyal, instant fire. Someone you par with, Tommy Hilfiger. Enough designer, wanna know your name. Enough of them a put your picture in a picture frame. And a your body man can't put in a flame. Some of you me gyal and go enjoy your fame. So love me, sex machine. I'm guaranteed to make you moan and scream. Love me, sex machine.
Mr. Lover, Mr. Lover.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Very excited to be speaking to you. I hope you also feel the same. But before I go on, just a quick technical check. So if you can hear me loud and clear and also see the slide that is on the screen right now, can you help me to type SS in the chat? So SS stands for sound and slides. So I know everything is working well before we proceed. Okay, type in SS if you can hear me loud and clear and also see the slide that is on your screen. Let me check the chat. Okay, I see some SS coming in. Can we have a little bit more SS because I want to make sure everything is working for most people at least before we continue. Okay, I see Brian, I see HJ, I see Anita, hi as well, and Victor, hi. The rest, can you hear me? If you can, just help me type SS in the chat. Okay, so more SS coming in. Thank you very much. All right, so with the checks done, let's dive right into it. Okay, so first up, right, I have a very important question which I need your help to help me type in A, B, or C in the chat. Yes, so A is you have not started investing, but you are keen to find out more. You're keen to start. Maybe that's why you are here today. So if you are a B, meaning to say that you have somehow started, bought some Bitcoin, bought some crypto, but don't know for what reason, whatever it is, you are not really actively involved right now. Maybe you want to reignite that passion again. I don't know. All right. Yeah. So of course, C, you have started and is actively involved. So Valerie says C in share, but let me know how about in terms of crypto, because it's exactly for crypto. So you may be like 10 years, 20 years in share, but 0 years in crypto is still C lah. Okay. Yeah. So I just want to have a bit of sensing. Okay. Why? So that I can also adjust my presentation to suit everyone as much as possible. All right. Yeah. So let me see. I think right now, I think it's mixture of A and B, some C. Okay, understands. Okay, so can we have a little bit more so I can have a bit of sensing in the crowd as well? Okay, so but what's the good news? The good news is that regardless whether you are A, B, or C, today's session will be suitable for you as well. All right, so with that, let's move on. Okay, so I would like to start with some sharing, I would say, some very common myths and I would say misconception about crypto. All right, so a lot of people feel that crypto is volatile. That's why it is very risky. It is very dangerous to invest in. And some people feel that if I do investment, I will need to spend a lot of time. I will need to have complicated setup and then look at the chart the whole day, spend hours, looking at the chart and doing analysis and stuff like that. And some people actually feels that, crypto is difficult to learn. It's only for the young people who are like very good with technology. Why? Because crypto is not only a new asset, but at the same time, it's also a new technology. So when you put these two things together, sometimes it can get a little bit more complex. So some people feel that, it's not for me, it's only for the so-called the young people who are good with computer. Yeah, some people feel that, you need to have very high capital to begin. Why? Because Bitcoin can be up to 6-figure, right? So some people feel that, I need 100,000 before I can buy my first Bitcoin, which is untrue because with $10, you can also buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. All right, yeah, but allow me to share with you how does the actual cryptocurrency trading or investing looks like. First thing first, I would say that you don't need complicated setup. You also don't need to spend a lot of time. All you need is what? Is actually a smartphone. And I think most people, I think all of you should have a smartphone, correct, with internet connection. So long you have internet connection, so long you have your 4G or 5G, it can be done anywhere, anytime. All right. And the best part is what? The best part is actually it only requires you about 15 to 20 minutes a day. So how many of you here, right, if you don't mind spending 15 minutes a day, if these 15 minutes a day can help you potentially make more money, you don't mind spending that 15 minutes, can you help me to type 15 in the chat? All right, type 15 in the chat if you don't mind spending 15 minutes a day to grow your wealth. All right, I think no matter how busy you are, I think everyone should be able to spare these 15 to 20 minutes a day. Okay, I see a lot of 15 in the chat. So the good news is what I'm going to share with you, this exact method, how you can just spend 15 to 20 minutes a day to start investing in crypto if you have not. All right. Yeah. So of course, other things people are also saying that, hey, crypto is volatile. That's why it's very risky. So on the screen right now, you can see a car. I think most of you know what car this is. So it is a Lamborghini. So when we talk about Lamborghini, what comes to our mind first? Besides being expensive, of course, we'll think of high speed, high acceleration. Correct? Yeah. So may I ask this question? Do you think the high speed of the Lamborghini is actually a danger, a feature, or it could be both? Can you help me to type D, F, or B in the chat? D for danger, F for feature, or you think that it could be both, then you type B in the chat. Right? It could be both a danger and a feature. Yeah, sorry, a danger and a feature. Yes, correct. Okay, I see most of the type B. Yeah. Okay, if you ask me, my answer is also B, both. Okay, it can be a danger if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't have a driving license, somehow you get behind the wheel. Of course, it's going to be a danger. If you ask a, 9-year-old kid to go and drive the car, of course, it's a danger because he or she doesn't know how to control that machine, control that car, correct? But it can be a feature if we know what we are doing. So likewise, volatility in crypto is actually not high risk, but rather it is actually a feature. But just like driving, right? You know what you are doing and you must also follow certain rules. In terms of driving, you also need to follow the traffic rules. So in the crypto market, there is also a set of rules that you have to follow as well. All right. But more importantly, what I want to share with you is that how volatility has become a feature for us, has become a benefit for us. All right. So because of volatility, we invested in this coin called VeChain, $46,000 over dollars. So because of volatility, in just 2 months, 2.5 months, it turns into $253,000. And because of the same volatility, right, it turns into $323,000. Guys, can I ask you a question? How many of you don't mind this kind of volatility? If you don't mind, can you type DM in the chat? Okay. So how many of you don't mind me sharing with you how this volatility can work for you? If you don't mind, also can type DM in the chat. All right. Okay. So don't mind. So who minds got volatility? $46,000 into $300 over $1,000. So exactly how did this happen? How did we do it? Okay. So I want you to imagine this, right? There are very clear rules and indication to follow when we drive. So in the case of driving, of course, we got a traffic light, correct? Green, we go. Red, we stop. Very, very clear cut. All right. So I want you to imagine if there is a traffic light for you to follow in the crypto world. For example, green asks you to buy, red asks you to sell. Just imagine this. If there is this traffic light, would it be easy for you? If you think so, can you help me type E in the chat? E for easy. Easy, right? Okay. Okay, so this is exactly how we do. So if you look at this, right, there is like a green ribbon kind of thing, and then there's a red ribbon, right? So whenever the green ribbon appears, right, we enter. Okay, and whenever the red appears, very simple, we exit. And this is exactly, right, how in 2.5 months, the $46,000 was turned into $300 over $1,000. All right, and the good news is I'm going to show you exactly how we can do that very, very soon. All right. So, of course, other things, people are saying that, hey, crypto is difficult to learn, only for young people, you need high capital, we actually work with a very diverse group of people who are undergrads, like below 20 years, so all the way to people who have already retired. So we work with people who are in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s, and they are also able to do it as well. So I believe all of you here can definitely do it as well. All right. So we also train people who went on to become crypto trainer themselves. So this is Samantha. Maybe some of you attended her class before. I'm not sure. Yeah. So you can see that now she's conducting her own classes as well. All right. So really anyone can do it. Anyone from all walks of life. So, people who are tutor, retire already, or people who are army regular and stuff like that. And this is by the way, this is like a friendly competition that we hosted among our community members just to have a bit of fun. So friendly competition. Basically, they need to submit their trading results. Okay, I think this was over 4 months, so 1,000%, 2,000%. So we give out prizes. We either give out crypto wallets or we give out Bitcoin, real Bitcoin, but Bitcoin digital, so we cannot show, so we just put a paper to show that. Okay, but we actually give out the real Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, so you see the retiree, even a retiree, maybe more relaxed, you see. So he get about 160% over 4 months. Hey, how many of you think this is considered good? If you think so, can you help me type 160 in the chat? Okay, 160% over 4 months. That's about 40%. Hey, not too bad, right? I think it's still considered good. Maybe for him or more relaxed. So he didn't trade so much or he trade smaller. I don't know, correct? But that's what they submitted. And then he got third place. Very interesting. All right, yeah. So this is something that we also do for our community members. All right. Yes. And this is Desmond. So Desmond's story, right? It's actually pretty interesting. So what happened to Desmond, right? Before he joined us, he actually already invested in crypto. So, but you know what he said he does? He said that he actually just follow his friends and sometimes he follow his gut feel. Okay, and he himself actually felt that that was very risky. And true enough, after that he lost some money. So after losing money, right? So what he did was he went on to YouTube and then he started watching a lot of videos trying to learn. All right. And after a while, he realized that hey, he is not improving and it gets a bit complicated for him. Okay, but don't get me wrong. There are actually very good content on YouTube. There are free contents on YouTube that are quite good as well. But the problem is sometimes if we look at too many, right, sometimes it can be a bit conflicting. And then when it's conflicting, then it becomes a bit more complex, a bit more complicated. So that's what happened to Desmond. Then after that, he chanced upon our class and then he decided, okay, maybe just come in and listen and all that. Yeah, so within 3 months after joining us, he was able to see 144.76% returns in just 3 months. And then you can see that he didn't start with a lot of money, $500 USD. Why? Because he was still a student back then. Of course, he already graduated. So is that okay? That is totally fine as well. All right. And after that, he became very active also in our graduate private group. So yes, we have a group for our graduates, and then there is buy based on gut feeling and all that. All right, and after 7 months, very good. He done about 377% returns, and then very funny, after that when I asked for a result, then he tell me, hey Leslie, actually this one not very accurate. Then I asked him, how come not accurate? They say, oh, actually I withdrew $100 to spend. Then I say, okay, never mind, just forgo the $100. This result very good already. Yeah, so so why am I sharing this? Is because I feel that, back then, right, when Desmond is still an undergrad, he's a student, maybe to him, right, his thinking is more simple in that way. His objective of his goal is also very simple. Maybe just to have a little bit more pocket money to spend. That's it. He didn't think so much. But of course, along the way, as he progresses into the next stage of his life and stuff, of course, maybe he got more goals and other objectives. But back then, for him, very simple. Okay, I want to make money to have more pocket money. So he have a goal in mind. Then somehow it's easier to become more successful in their own way. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, this is something that I like to share about Desmond also. Yes, yeah. So this is Desmond, one of our graduates in our group as well. Okay, so with that, I also want to just quickly share who is this web class suitable for so that you also know that you are in the right place. Okay, so I think it is suitable for you if you are looking to seize a time-sensitive profit opportunity. So why time-sensitive? As we can see that crypto is getting more and more traction, more and more adoptions, if you like. So in not only in crypto, but I think in many areas of our life, other assets as well, as the things get more matured, usually the opportunity will be lesser. Make sense? All right. So if you want that, then I think, yes, this class will be suitable for you. And maybe you are someone wanting to remove the fear of navigating the crypto landscape. Why? Maybe you have seen some success stories, like people make a lot of money. But you may have also seen some horror story. People lost a lot of money. So you feel that, hey, actually there's a potential in this space, but you don't want to be the horror story. Basically, you want to be the success story. You want to remove that fear. Then yes, I think that this web class will be suitable for you as well. And maybe you are someone wanting to just diversify your investment portfolio a little bit. I think just now we have someone, I think it was Valerie, if pardon me if I got the name wrongly. So you say that you are in share, not in crypto yet. Then maybe yes, you are looking to diversify. Then yes, this is for you as well. And also, you are probably looking for a way, a non-speculative way to be specific. You want to try to understand that is there really a framework or a strategy that you can use so that you can profit safely and consistently. I think this is very, very important. The keyword here is safely and of course consistently. You don't want to only profit one time, right? Okay, if you agree with me, can you help me type A in the chat? You want to profit safely, but also consistently, but not just one time. Okay, type A in the chat if you agree with me. All right. So yeah, if you're looking for all this, then yes, the web class will be suitable for you. So what is the promise? The promise to you and the good news to you is that by the end of the web class, you will actually understand a few things. Number one, why are big institutions, government bodies, they are starting to they start to invest in crypto already. You can also understand, is crypto really suitable for you? And also how to navigate the crypto space in confident and profitable manner. How to hunt for crypto that has the potential to go 10 or even 100x. Okay, how to invest like big institutions and banks using the CIS framework. So by the way, CIS framework is a unique framework that we have set up in CryptoLearn SG. So we will be sharing with you one of the strategies that is inside this framework. All right. Yes. And finally, you will also be getting the details of our paid masterclass program at the end. All right. So some of you may be wondering, hey, how come there's a permission, there's a bracket inside. Okay. So usually that's what I do. So listen carefully. Usually what I do is that by the next 2 hours or so, right, I will try my best to give you as much value as possible. All right. And then towards the end, right, maybe I will just take 15 to 20 minutes to share about this paid masterclass program. But provided only if I did a good job, only if I done a good job, I share enough, then I'll ask the permission. Okay, y'all think this is fair? If you think it's fair and it's okay for you, just help me to type okay in the chat. Okay, let me drink some water first. Okay, okay, fair, fair, type okay. All right, so for now, let's move on first. All right, so a quick introduction so you know where who we are and where we come from. So basically, we are CryptoLearn SG. We have been around since 2019. So yes, we have been around for a few years already, helping people in both the bear and the bull markets of crypto. And also we aim to provide a very safe and also easy to understand platform where people can kickstart their cryptocurrency journey as well. And a quick introduction about me. Usually I tell people this is not important, but I think it is only fair that you know who is speaking to you, correct? Yeah, so my name is Leslie, if you still don't know yet. So in fact, I started investing in stocks and equity first since 2011, and then I ventured into crypto since 2016. And because of that, I became very active in the crypto space. I founded one of the largest crypto communities in Singapore. And in fact, I also have traditional finance experience in an MNC. And later, because again, I became very active in the space, I was also appointed to head the digital wealth division of OIO Singapore, which is the subsidiary of OIO Singapore, first publicly listed company dealing with crypto and blockchain. And very fortunate, I was also invited to speak at, various conferences, seminars, and I was also very lucky to be, placed alongside some of these big names. I would say, okay, Robert Kiyosaki, Brian Tracy, and many, many others like TF Ecker, and many, many others as well. So I hope that today I can also bring some valuable insights to all of you. All right. So with that, okay. So, in fact, whenever I have a chance to speak, whether it's virtually or on the stage, face to face, it's a little bit emotional for me. And why is that so? Because in the market we have bull and we have bear. So basically, bull means going up, bear means going down. In case some of you are very new to all these terms, yeah. So it's bull going up, bear going down. So in life, unfortunately, we sometimes have bull and bear. All right, we have bad times, we have good times as well. And I actually went through, not too long ago, I went through a bear market in my life. So in fact, not too long ago, I was still receiving third stage cancer treatment. And to be honest, of course, my body is it 100%? I would say maybe 95% here and there and all that. Yeah, but I think maintaining a positive mindset was very important and is still very important, especially when I was down. But the good news is, of course, that I have already completed treatment, everything went well, and I'm back again. So hopefully, like the market, right? Whether it's the stock market or crypto market, usually there's a we call the correction, right? Then after that, you go back to an all-time high. Hopefully, my life can be the same. Go back to a new all-time high sooner than later. Okay, yeah. So this is something I just want to a little bit more personal that I wanted to share, but it's a very important lesson which I will explain in a bit. Yeah. So, in life, we always say this, right? Hey, health is wealth. Definitely, I agree. I think a lot of you will agree with this. But how many of you also agree, right? If you agree with me, you help me to type A in the chat. The next thing I'm going to say. Sometimes having a little bit of wealth, having a little bit of money, right, can help in your health also. If you agree, I mean, you type A in the chat. Again, my question is, if you have a bit of wealth, right, can help improve your health, whether it's physically or even mentally, right? Okay, a lot of you agree, right? Okay, and why do I say that, right? When I was ill, right, when I was first diagnosed, right, this was what the doctor said to me. Say, Leslie, if you can, just stop working. Okay, of course, I don't, beside, teaching in Crypto Learn SG, right, as a business, if you like. Okay, I don't really work already, but of course, then I can immediately stop working. But of course, this is the ideal scenario. But if I think of it, how many people can really just say that, okay, I'll stop working, and focus on rest, which of course is the best scenario. A lot of things to take care of, right? A lot of things to consider, medical, living expenses, your mortgage or car loan doesn't stop just because you're sick, correct? Yeah, so all these you still need to pay if you decided to stop working. Loss of income and many, many things like that. Okay. Yeah. So at that point, right, what happened to me, right, of course, crypto became so real. What do I mean by this phrase? Crypto became so real. Whenever maybe you have some friends or whoever you speak to, they say they are investing in crypto. Say, wow, invest in crypto. How much money you make or all this? Then maybe they show you some screenshot or whatever. Like, I make 1 million, I make 2 million, 3 million. All these are good, definitely. But it still feel like very virtual, very digital in a sense, because I screenshot my digital. But when this happened, I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say, is that I realized that, all these years that I've been building up is actually for situation like this. So when I need to, I can rely on the crypto portfolio that I have built up. So it became very, very real to me. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is something I just want to share. I don't know if you know where I'm coming from, but yes, just a little bit about myself and what happened to me previously. But I think more importantly, I also want to share things that are more positive in that sense. So I want to also share how crypto have changed my life. And I also hope that some of you, maybe you are still sitting on a fence, but at least you take the first step to come in and listen. I think that's good. I think maybe you shouldn't, why you should not write crypto off and at least give yourself a chance to find out a little bit more. All right. It has helped me a lot. It also has allowed me to spend more time with family, have more time, spend more quality time, location, time freedom. And I believe that again, I believe that this can be the key to your own financial goals as well, be it, spending quality time with your family, with your loved ones, or just go for a good holiday, or just pamper yourself a little bit more. All right. So can I check with you, how many of you want the best for your family, for your children, or even for yourself? Can you help me to type best in the chat? Again, how many of you want the best for yourself, for your family? Just type best in the chat. Okay, so if you type best, okay, I have good news for you, because today I'm going to share with you these top game-changing strategies you have to know that can potentially 10x your crypto portfolio in the upcoming year. And again, this can also be the key to your financial goals. All right, so if you're all ready, right, can you help me to type 10x in the chat? Okay, so I need to see a lot more 10x because we got a lot more people. So I need to see a lot of 10x before we begin. Okay, so I know that all of you are ready, all of you are still here. Okay, see, let me see, got enough or not 10x. Okay, not enough. Kidding now. Okay, let's move on first. All right, so before I officially begin, just a quick disclaimer. Do note that whatever discussed will be meant for educational purpose and general information only, because in any investments, it is still important that you do your own due diligence, do your own research, or you can consider consulting a licensed financial advisor. All right, so with that out of the way, let's go straight into the game-changing factor number 1, which is actually to understand the crypto cycle and the crypto phases. Okay, not phrases, but phases. Okay, so what is crypto cycle? So first question, right? How many of you know about this crypto 4-year cycle? Can you help me type 4 in the chat? If you have never heard of it, or if you heard of it, you don't know how it works, type 0 for me in the chat. So again, if type 4 if you heard of it, type 0 if you never heard of it, you don't know how it works and all that. Okay, so we have a mixture of answers. So let me quickly explain. So Bitcoin, the first ever cryptocurrency, started in 2010. Okay, of course 2010, it started, it has to go up because it cannot go down first. Yeah, so the first part is 3 years only. So 11, 12, and 13. So it starts with a bear, accumulation, then bull market. After which, right, it follows a pattern, a 4-year cycle. Basically, a bear followed by accumulation and then 2 years of bull market. So it repeats and repeats and repeats. Okay, so as we know what happened last year, 2025, it went to a new all-time high, about 125,000. Correct? So if you all notice something, right? If you notice something, can you help me to type in the chat? So what is that something? So 2026, if following the 4-year cycle, what market is it? Okay, it's going to be a bear market, or sometimes we call it a winter, crypto winter. All right, so 2026 is a new cycle following the 4 years pattern. All right, okay. So of course, we don't know for sure, is it fixed in stone, but so far it's happening this way. Okay, yeah. So, but right now, in 2026, right, it's a new whole cycle. What do I mean by a new whole cycle? Means you say it starts with the bear again, right? Assuming it follows the 4-year cycle, and then accumulation, then after 2 years of bull. Okay. In 2026, right, this new cycle, however, there are new stories. Why? So number one, right? So basically now there are people who are divided into 2 camps. I put it as camp 1 and camp 2. So basically camp 1 people, right? They say that, oh, the 4-year cycle is not dead. That means they believe that this will happen. This exact thing will happen. 20 they say bear market, accumulation, and 2 years bull market. Okay. So camp 1 people believe that it will continue this way. So camp 2 people say that, hey, I think the 4-year cycle is broken already. It's not going to be the same as before. All right. So you must be wondering, why are there 2 camps right now? So let me explain. So first one, we talk about the camp 1 first. Okay, the people that still believe. Basically, they think that it will not be dead. Okay, because structurally, right, the halving, which happens every 4 years. I believe you may have heard of the halving. Some of you don't understand the halving. It doesn't matter first. But it is built in a way that it happens every 4 years. So they believe that this halving, right, because it happens every 4 years, then got 4-year cycle makes sense. Okay, so that's what they believe. I put it in very laymanly for y'all so you understand. So basically, when the halving happens, right, there's a lower supply of Bitcoin. So when low supply, higher demand, just like gold, right, because very scarce, that's why gold price always goes up, something like that. Okay, so thirdly, they believe human psychology. Why? Because a lot of people know about the 4-year cycle. All right. So when a lot of people know about the 4-year cycle, and do they got more people know about the 4-year cycle? Because why? I just share. So more of you know about the 4-year cycle. So in their head, mentally or psychologically, they'll think, hey, 4-year cycle, 2026, the bear, okay, I think I got some profit, I better sell. Correct? So when everybody sells, what happens? Then the price go down. Okay, so in one liner, easy to understand. The Chem 1 people believe this supply-driven halving economics. Okay, so the supply will drop, right? And then demand goes up. Then human psychology, right? Everybody thinks that 2026 bear market better sell. So equal cycle continues. Okay, so this is Chem number 1. Y'all can follow so far. If you can follow me so far, can you help me type F in the chat? F for follow. So I know everyone is okay. Everyone can follow, and then we continue. And okay, good. So next, Chem number 2. Chem number 2 is the people that believe that, hey, the narrative is broken. Sorry, the 4-year cycle is broken already. Right? And why got these new Chem 2 people appear, right? It's because they believe that market is now influenced by macro economies, basically, Fed rates like liquidity, geopolitical, war and whatever things, right? Or trade wars and stuff like that. Last time in the past, right, not so affected. The crypto market is not so affected by all this. So then they say, got institutional involvements, correct? ETF, institutional trading, they all BlackRock, all this, they come in, right? Then they don't think that it will be such a serious bear market because all these big boys are behind it. But naturally, right, because logically, they think they won't invest something that goes down 90% in 1 month or something. So it's going to be more stable. So that's what they think. They think that, okay, maybe there won't be a repeater of the old 4-year cycle. All right, so Bitcoin maturing, moving from speculative asset to global finance asset, also related to institutional. So basically, maturity, macro, dominance, equal, or cycle no longer rules the price behavior. So this is what Chem 2 people believe. Okay, so far y'all can follow, again can follow, it's clear. How many type C in the chat this time? C for clear. All right, so now, the next question, right, it's, okay, Leslie, now I know got Chem 1 and Chem 2. All right, so what's next? Okay, so can I ask you, all right? Okay, never mind. Later I ask the question. So I continue first. So what's next, right? After I know got this Chem 1 and Chem 2, right? So basically very simple. You need to pick up potential altcoins. But by the way, what is altcoins? Just for people who are very new, so bear with me, those who are more experienced. Basically, altcoins are any other coins except Bitcoin. So we got Bitcoin and then we got altcoins, which stands for alternate coins. Basically, your Ethereum, your Solana, your Binance coin, all are altcoins. Okay, just a quick explanation. So basically, why we need to pick up the potential altcoins? You all think about it. So regardless whether Chem 1 is correct or Chem 2 is correct, we cannot predict 100% because we are not God. Agree? So, but what we can do is to pick up the potential altcoins. So imagine, right, the Chem 1 is correct, bear market. So guys, you can actually get those fundamentally sound and good coins at a discount. Is it good or not? Good, right? All right. But what if the Chem 2 people correct? No bear market, just a bit of correction goes back up already. Then the coin that you pick definitely is good, right? Because it's going up. Does this make sense? If it makes sense, do you help me type MS in the chat? Okay, MS for make sense. So basically, again, if it goes down, then yes, you can buy at a discount. If it goes back up, then okay, the one that you're buying is going to go back on. So long you buy good coins. Okay, but of course, there are strategies to do it. You don't buy blindly also. Of course, DCA, dollar cost averaging or whatever, right? Of course, this one we'll talk about it later on the strategy. But that is what we need to do. Make sense, huh? All right. Okay, so now, second question, right, is to develop or follow strategies that work in all market conditions. So guys, can I ask you a question? How many of you feel that when it's the bear market, right, you shouldn't be making money? Or maybe I put it this way, how many of you want to make money in all market conditions? Can you help me to type all in the chat? If you only want to make in one direction, you type 1. All right. Okay, I don't know, because some people feel that, bear market, I better don't touch, I better don't invest. Okay, which is actually a very funny thinking. Why is that so? Because it's actually when people do investment, right, you must treat it like your job, or you must treat it like your business. Why do I say so? Because in your job, right, you need income all the time. In your business, you need revenue all the time. You don't say that when the economy is not doing economic crisis, right? Then you tell your boss, hey boss, I don't need income during the economic crisis. Since the market is bad, you can retrench me. You don't say that, right? Okay, maybe even you accept a lower pay, doesn't matter. You still want to make money. Okay, yeah. So this is exactly what we have to do. Okay, all right. I think your type all. Okay, so why all market condition is very important. So let me show you something. This is year 2022 trade result that we have done, okay, for ourselves and also for our community. So we achieved an average of 80 plus monthly return in 2022, which was the last known bear market. Okay, some of you maybe might be wondering, Leslie, why you're talking about 2022 so old ago, so many years ago? Is it the recent one no good? You have to find one that is the good one in so many years ago. Okay, no, if you remember why we talk about 2022, right? Okay, if we follow the market, then 2022 is going to be a very important result to look at, a very important data to analyze. You know what I'm trying to say? If you agree with me, type A in the chat. Okay. So again, why are we talking about 2022? Because 2022 was the last known bear market. And also help me to, again, type yes in the chat again if you agree with me that if you can actually make money in the bear market, right, you don't have to worry whether the bear comes or the bull comes. If you agree with me, help me type yes in the chat. Okay. So again, my question is, if you can make money in the bear market, actually you don't need to worry, right, whether the bear comes or the bull comes. Yes, okay. So now, step by step. So now got another problem. I know now got another problem. You know what's the problem? Because some of you maybe see me for the first time. Some of you maybe a few times. Then for those who see me a first time, you'll be wondering, hey, Leslie, real or no? 80 plus monthly, no, not even annually, got typo or not? Oh, you can do that really? And all that. Okay, so usually, okay, this result, right, okay, is verified by hundreds of students. Okay, so some of you may be wondering, hey, Leslie, how you verify? Okay, so we actually got this thing called the Mentor Trade Tracker. So what is this? So basically, this is for our community members, right, this is one of the resources that we give. Basically, we do our trade, right? So whenever we do a trade, we'll post it up live. Okay, in a Telegram group they are in, basically. Okay, so basically it's like a copy trade. So we will post, okay, we enter this one, how much, all right? And then they can choose to follow. So all these are verified because if lose is very obvious, correct? So see, got loss also, not always win. So it's very transparent. So some months are better, 185, some months like lower, 30%, some months 100%. Yeah, so but average up is 80% monthly. Okay, yeah, so this is a very important result. Okay, so now how many of you want to get access to this strategy? Okay, type me in the chat. This one very important. Okay, if you type me, then just stay with me. Why? Because I'll be sharing it very, very soon. All right. Okay, so now, after we understand the game-changing factor number one, right, which is to understand the phases, to understand the cycle, correct? Next is what? The next game-changing factor, right, is actually to understand and find all these top performing altcoins. So why is this important? Let me show you. Right? In the last bull run, right? Okay, in the last bull run, this is what Bitcoin did, 131%, which is actually very fantastic. Why? Because in like 12 months or less, right, you can get 100%. Not many investments can do that, correct? Yeah, so there are other coins called Uniswap. Doesn't matter the name of coins, it's not important. Done about 2,000 over %. So there are mid-tiers one, 7,000 over %, guys. And then there are higher tier one, right? 100,000 over %. Hey guys, okay, this is not this. Okay, to put things in perspective, right? If you have invested $1,000 in this YFI coin, right? okay, it would have give you $1 million in 12 months or less. How many of you think this is crazily good? If you think so, how many to type CG in the chat? Okay, crazily good. Okay, so okay, how to get this? Okay, CG, crazily good. Okay, so some of you maybe, I don't know, you go and screenshot this page or you think, oh, all these coins are very good. Okay, so I can tell you very honestly, these are past results already, correct? So can these coins, are these coins still exist? Do they still exist and are they still a good coin? I will say the answer is yes, all right? But can they repeat this kind of result? I would say very unlikely, yeah? Okay, why? Because they are more or less matured already. And narratives, okay, this word very important. Narratives changes all the time. So what are narratives? So very simple, okay, if you, maybe I'll talk about traditional market, right? Some of you maybe are stock investors. That time we have like the AI boom, correct? Then what happened? Nvidia went crazy. And then we have the EV boom. Then Tesla, all this went crazy. Something like that. So in crypto, same thing, right? So all this, right? Some of the narratives, right? Maybe even if you don't follow crypto, right? You may also have some idea or you may heard of it, right? Okay, I'm guarantee you, okay, why? Okay, if you remember all this, you help me type R in the chat, R in the chat. Okay. Okay, so good. Okay, so whether we have the latest result, someone asked, Sen, sorry if I pronounce it wrongly. Have. Okay, so but to also show you that progressively every year we have good result. Not only like recently or we have or the past we have only. Okay, later I'll show you more. Okay, but yes, 2022 is more important. Let me continue first. Okay, but thanks for asking the question. Yeah, so Mana was what? It was the narrative about metaverse. Hey guys, how many of you remember the metaverse? Okay, how many times? And I remember there was a hoo-ha about it. Right? Even Facebook changed their name to Meta and all that. All right. Yeah. So other things are like NFT games, all these. You remember all these narratives that happened before. Okay. So all these are very important. And how, okay, the question is how to do it, right? Okay, the important question is how do we actually hunt for all these top performing coins? Of course, number one of things is to catch the narrative. But when you catch the narrative, you must also do a lot of other things. So I have to be very honest. Today, of course, I cannot really share with you the full exact steps with you because it's going to take quite long. Okay, but what I can do is actually to give you a bit of a summary. So you can look at this. Basically, what you need to do in layman terms again, right? You need to do a lot of research. You need to follow the market very closely. So you also need to understand a little bit of the technical and the technicality and the technology of blockchain. Why? Because blockchain is the underlying technology behind crypto. So because only when you're able to understand the technology, then you can understand if this coin, this project is good or not. Okay, so you also need to have the ability to go and sift out those maybe some more substandard, crypto and stuff like that. Okay, so basically, again, in short, you need to spend a little bit of time. You need to monitor the market. Not after you buy the coin, you need to continue to ongoing monitoring, just like this part. Okay, why you need to follow the updates and all that. Narrative changes, then is it time to sell and all that? All this you all must take care also. All right. Yeah. So that's actually what we did. So you can see, right, this is what we share in our community. All right. And all these coins basically drift 500% in 2 months, 43% in 11 months, 100% in 1 month. Hey guys, is this considered good? If you think so, how many times? G in the chat. G for good. Okay, basically this is what we share. So if you inside, you just follow, this is what you have made. 2 months, 1 month, and 1 month and all that. Okay, so right, if you actually don't know how to do or you don't have time to do it, I think that is fine because why we have a lot of things to take care of in our life, correct? And we have family, we have our job, we have our business or whatever. I think that is fine. But I think the idea is also to acknowledge that, okay, I don't have time, that's fine. But how can I find ways to still make it work? And not to use this as an excuse so that you will not be successful. Okay, how many of you agree with me? If you agree with me, can you help me to type in the chat, right? This is a bit longer than what I usually ask you to type, but please help me to type in no excuse if you can, if you agree with me, and if you know what I'm trying to say. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that you know that you have no time, never mind. But how can you still make it work? Okay, yeah. So very simple, right? Okay, for our graduate, we have this graduate private Telegram, okay, where you can ask questions and seek help when needed. Okay, other than that, right, of course, once you are in this graduate Telegram, we also provide some signals and some potential coins you can look at. Okay, so of course, all these drift lah, Tau lah, and all that. Okay, yeah. So Sensei, that's why you say just take 15 minutes to use it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you can use 15 minutes to apply one strategy that I'm going to show you very, very soon as well. Okay, but of course, to find out more of these altcoins, right, if you want to like really hunt for them, of course, maybe you need a little bit more time. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I cannot show you, of course, every thing that we have shared, but basically we keep track of what we have shared, and basically this over the past year, right? And you can see the ROI is about 900%. So basically, right, if you have invested $2,000, you would have $18,000 over dollars. Okay, and again, if you think this is considered good, coming to type G in the chat. So to put this in perspective, what are all these? These are provided in our private Telegram. Meaning to say, right? Meaning to say, if you choose to follow blindly, which of course we don't recommend you to do that, right? Because we want you to learn. You just follow by, of course, got win and lose. Again, very transparent. There are some losses also. All right. You do nothing, just follow, right? It will have been $18,000 if you started with $2,000. Okay. Yeah. So again, yeah, this is what we do. So these are more recent again. 15% in the last 4 days, 2 days, 13%, 21% in 2 months, and all that. And these are people who, you know, share their wins. Basically, they share it. They follow, they win already, then they share in the group also. All right. So with that, let's move on to the game-changing factor number 3. Okay, so far, can you all follow? If you can follow, help me to type F in the chat, F for follow. So I know everything is okay. Everyone is on the same page before we move on. Can huh? Okay, so game-changing factor number 3, right, is to develop and use a strategy that works in all market conditions. I think just now I asked, right, you all want to, you know, have a strategy that works in all market conditions, or, you know, or just one direction. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, just now send us. So basically, this is the latest result already. Okay, send. I think it was sent, right? Sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. Okay, this is the latest result already. Okay, so anyway, coming back here. Okay, so you know, this news, right, about BlackRock coming up with the ETF, right? And it's not a new news anymore. Okay, and BlackRock, right, is actually the world's largest asset manager in the world. Okay, with 10 over trillion at this moment under asset under management. All right. So the next strategy that I'm going to share, right, is actually called SM strategy. So this SM strategy is one of the many strategy that is under this CIS framework. All right. So under this CIS framework, there are many strategies. So SM strategy is one of them. So what is this SM strategy? It's not the SM you're familiar with. Later, I tell you what is the SM here. Okay. So, okay, jokes aside. So guys, coming back to this BlackRock news, right? Can I ask you a question? Right? Do you think, right, the market will move when BlackRock or, you know, other very big company or big institution buy or sell? Will the market move? Do you think yes or no? Very obviously, it's yes, correct. Okay. So next question is, what if you are able to know when and what they are buying? Will that be helpful? If you think so, how many type H for helpful? That means you know what they buy, when they buy or sell, correct? which essentially we cannot know. Why? Because unless you know them personally, you know Elon Musk, you know Donald Trump, then they WhatsApp you first. Hey, I'm going to sell this stock, you better sell first. Okay, jokes aside, of course, we don't know them. That's number one. Number two, it's not entirely legal, so that's insider trading. Okay, so jokes aside. So how can we know? So using this SM strategy, right, it actually stands for smart money. So what is smart money? So if you look at the screen right now, you'll see that at the top, there's this chart that we usually look at, right? The normal trading chart, correct? And at the bottom, there's this one very colorful chart. So what is the colorful chart about? You can see, right, whenever there is a presence of the red color bar, the price starts to go up, correct? Just like here and here as well. The price goes up. And whenever the bar becomes smaller and smaller and eventually disappears, the price goes down. Can you see that? Yeah. So what are all these very colorful bars? So basically, right, the red bar represents smart money or the institutional money. Basically, your BlackRock money, your Elon Musk money, your Jeff Bezos money, your Donald Trump money, your bank's money, your government's money. All these are smart money or institutional money. All right. And the green money, the green bar represents the retailer money or the dumb money. Okay, so yes, they call our money dumb money. Not my term, don't be angry at me. They call us dumb money. So basically all the normal retailer are the green bars. All right, so red, smart money, green, retailer money. Okay, so what do we want to do with the smart money? It's actually to enter or exit the market following the action of the whales. So whales represent the big institution. That means your Elon Musk, your BlackRock, all these people, all these entities are whales. All right. So now, again, a bit of so-called old result, which is important. Why? Because 2022 was the bear market. And 2026 could be very similar. And more importantly, right, doesn't matter if 2026, 2027, or even last year, 2025. 2022 result is still very important. You know why not? Because just now you all agree with me, right? If the bear market, you can make money, you don't need to worry about the whether it's bear or bull, correct? So 2022 result is actually very important. So, okay, now we go back a bit, right? During 2022, right, if you buy Bitcoin or Ethereum and you hold it for the entire year, right, you will see a minus 60%. Okay, so guys, can you all make a guess, right? Just for the fun of it, if you have used the SM method, the smart money method in the same period, right? Can you all guess how much you would have made or lost? It might not be a win. Why? Because if it's minus 65 and then the SM method do minus 10, it's still better. Correct? Okay, so can you make a guess whether it's minus 20% or plus 20%? You know, just for fun, just quickly type something in, make a wild guess. Okay, so Daniel say 50%, Victor say plus 20%, Sense say minus 20. Okay, fair enough because bear market, correct? Okay, Brian 100. Okay, Fred says smart MCDX. Okay, I think that's the thing that I'm going to share later. No problem. Okay, so 80. Okay, 100. Oh, okay, 80. Okay, in view of time, let me review the answer. Let me review the answer. So if you have used the smart money method in the same period, you would have seen 100+% for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Hey guys, I don't know how many of you are very excited after seeing this result, even for a bear market, and want to start learning on it. If you want, right? How many to type X in the chat? Okay, X for excited. I need to see a lot of X, then I will start to share this method soon. Okay, X, all right, good. So before I share, I just want to quickly share, right? So this is JR, so he's one of our graduates as well. So he's an accountant. So as we know that accountants are people who are also very busy. So their schedule can be quite hectic and all that. So, but what I want to share is that despite very busy, can you see he actually only made 1 or 2 trades a month maximum. That's what he said. And he was able to double his portfolio in just half a year, 6 months. All right. So I hope this can inspire you and let you know that actually you don't need to spend a lot of time. You still can use a very simple method and be able to profit in the crypto market. All right. So this is JR for you. And with that, let me start sharing with you how you can start using the smart money method and enter the market using the smart money method. So before I share it, can I get you to type in this? Can you type in 1 in the chat? Okay, I want you to remember there's only one criteria to fulfill. Only one criteria. Very, very simple. Okay, so basically, right, whenever the red bar appears and go above the blue line right here, you enter and buy. Okay, so I repeat, the red bar appears and it goes above the blue line right here. Appear, don't buy first, no. Above the blue line, then you enter and buy. Very, very simple. So if you need to take a screenshot, you can quickly take it before I go to the next page. So let me explain the rationale very, very quickly. So basically the blue line represents the average amount of smart money in a given time. So when it's above the blue line, it means that, oh, there are more than the average of smart money in the market right now. So meaning the smart money should be coming in. That's why we wait for it to go above the blue line. Okay, can? So next, after you enter, you must know when to exit and how to exit. All right. So can I get you to type in 2 in the chat? I want you to remember for exit is 2. For enter is 1. Very, very easy. Okay, so what are the 2 criteria? Basically, very simple. The first criteria is wait for the red bar to go below the blue line. So, obvious, right? But after that, you need to wait for the green bar also to touch or go over the top first horizontal line, the first top horizontal line. Then you exit and sell. Okay, so again, what is the rationale here? You see, when you sell something, you need something. You need a buyer. You sell your house, you need a buyer. You sell a car, you need a buyer, right? When you sell your Bitcoin, you also need a buyer. So the big boys don't sell to another big boys. All right, the big boys has to sell to the retailer. So when they start to dump their Bitcoin, they start to say, I want to sell my Bitcoin. They need the retailer to come in, correct? And to take over their Bitcoin. Then the sale can happen. The sale happen, the price drop. And y'all can follow. If you think makes sense, how many you type MS in the chat? Or make sense? All right. So if the sale don't happen, then the price cannot drop. So the retailer must come in to go and buy. So why are there people who say that there are manipulation in the market? Or some people say, hey, whenever I buy, the price drop, it's because we fall trapped to the manipulation. Okay, there will be words like that. Hey, you see, go up so much already, you didn't buy. Well, now drop by 30%. I think you better buy, because buy the dip, you will go back up again. All these stories, or hearsay or whatever. Then yes, you are actually buying for the big boys if you are not looking at the smart money properly. Okay, Ken? Yes. So again, if you need, take the screenshot here for the exit criteria. I'll just give you a few seconds before I go on. All right, so now the next question is, how to get this smart money? How to add this smart money to my own chart? Okay, so step by step, don't screenshot first until I tell you to. So very simple. First step is you go to this website, right? It's called tradingview.com. I believe many of you are using it already. It's a free to use website. Just register for a free account. You don't need the paid one to use the smart money. All right. So go to any crypto you want to analyze. So for example, Bitcoin, then you go to the top left, right? Then you will see this word indicators. Click on it. Then you find this indicator called MCDX, smart money. And then you can start using the smart money to profit. Yes. So if you want to screenshot, you can screenshot here. All right. Okay, so now listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. Those of you who are in your trading view right now, trying to find this indicator, if you can hear my voice, come back to the Zoom right now. Okay, so I repeat, do not go to the trading view and start wandering off. Go and click, go and find the indicators and all that. Why? Because I got many things to share. Later, you sure missed out, then you will be a bit confused and lost. Okay, so just screenshot. Later, after the class, slowly you go and click, go and explore. Okay, again, I repeat, don't go and wander off to the trading view first. Take the note down, screenshot after the class, then you continue. Okay, can I? Okay, so yes, if you want to screenshot, quickly screenshot before I move on. Okay. Sen laugh also. Maybe Sen was the one also wonder already just now. Okay, so with that, right, actually exited. Okay, good, come back. Okay, so no, so actually there's a step 6. Okay, so you know what's a step 6? Okay, actually, to be very frank with you, the strategy is not difficult, correct? As you can see, very simple to understand. But what is the challenging part, right? Is that you don't know which coin fulfill the smart money method, correct? You don't know, let's say you got 10 coins. You don't know it's coin number 1 or coin number 7 that fulfills, unless you happen to click on it and then you see it, correct? So why do we say you can use 15 to 20 minutes a day? Very simple. You just spend 50. Let's say you got 50 coins on your watch list. So you take 15 minutes to go through. Very fast only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All never fulfill. 8 fulfill. Okay, then you go click and buy. Then you continue. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Never fulfill. Maybe until 34, then fulfill. Okay, then you go and click and buy. 15 minutes is done already. But what if these 50 coins never fulfill? Then that's it. That's end of the day. You continue tomorrow. Check again. So you repeat. Okay, so that's how the 15 minutes come about. Okay, so now the question is, how do it's very hard for you to know which coin fulfills, right? So what you can do is you can also form a group. I don't know if you have a group of friends that can do that together. Why? Because imagine this, you got 10 friends. Each of you look at 50 coins. Wow, it's very powerful, let me tell you, because got 500 coins already. So you just inform each other whenever the coins. So that's what we do in our community also. Whenever we spot, then we just share it together with the group. So imagine there's 100 of us, there's 1,000 of us. It's going to be very, very powerful as well. All right. So this is something you can consider doing. And of course, a quick reminder, this is what you would have received if you have used the SM method instead of buy and hold back in 2022. All right. So, but I need to be very clear. How do we get this result? Okay. It includes all the wins and all the losses. Okay. So yes, there are still losses one, but then we have to win more, lose less. How many of you okay that you have okay? How many you type WMLL? Because I don't want you all to have a feeling that wow, you use this strategy, you will win 100%. Okay, WM. Well, we mean win more, lose less. Even Warren Buffett lose some money sometimes, right? Okay, you cannot always win one. So that is the idea. But okay, right? Win more, lose less, 100%. No? 100%. Okay, win more, lose less. Okay, so this result also include what we call long and short position. Okay, so if you don't understand what long or short at this moment, it's okay. It's not important. But if you are someone who understands short, then this is an extra bonus for you. Basically, long means that when we buy an investment, it goes up, we make money. Okay, this is long. So for short, it's the opposite. When it goes down, we make money. When it goes up, we lose money. So that is short. So it includes both long and short positions. All right. So how do we know when to enter the shorts? This is an extra bonus for those who understand short. It's the opposite. Very simple. The exit criteria is the entry criteria for short. The entry criteria is the exit criteria for short. That's it. Okay. So again, those who don't understand short, don't worry about it. Don't confuse yourself. But those who understand short, an extra bonus for you guys. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So at this moment, right, I'm also quite surprised because usually every class got people ask me this question. But what is this question? This question is, what is the time frame that we use for the smart money? How many of you want to know? If you want, how many type TF in the chat? If nobody type, then I skip because maybe you all don't want to know. Okay, time frame, very important. Okay, so as you can see, this result, right, was used using the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. But does that mean that the 4-hour chart is the best? Okay, not necessary. If you later go and see the smart money, you realize that 1 minute also got smart money. 1 second also got smart money. 1 day, 1 week, all got smart money. So which is the best? The best I feel, right, is not so-called best, but is the best based on your capacity. What do I mean by that? If I feel that the higher time frame, meaning you say 4 hours and above. So 4 hours, 6 hours, 12, 1 day, all this is fine. It's more manageable. You think about it, if you choose 1 hour, can you use the smart money? The answer to you is yes, but you need to check every 1 hour. Can you do that? If you are very free, you think no problem, okay for you. But for me, I feel that 1 day is okay. 1 day, because why? Once a day I check. If not, you just do 6 hours or 4 hours, or every 4 hours, every 6 hours, you check one time. I think that is also still okay. All right, Ken, if okay, how many type okay in the chat for the time frame explanation? Okay, again, the answer to you is find the one that match your capacity the best. Okay, very okay. So I would say the higher time frame one is usually better. 4 hours, 6 hours and above. Okay, if not, just do daily. I think that's the easiest and most manageable. Okay, the chart is only for long setup. For Ivory question, no, you can do the short. Maybe you missed that. But how to enter the short? Do the opposite. The entry criteria is the exit. The exit criteria for long is the exit for the entry for the short. Okay. Yes. So with that, yes, this is the SM method. You just follow the big money, follow the smart money. There's a chance for you to go 10x or even 100x in the crypto market. All right. So next up, right, I have a small favor. But before I ask the favor, can I ask a very quick question? How many of you so far find that you have learned something useful, you have learned something valuable, something powerful? Can you help me to type power in the chat if you have learned something powerful and you felt that it's valuable and is useful for you so far? Let me see, got power or not? Okay, good. A lot of power in the chat. Good. Fantastic. So if you think that you have learned something useful and powerful, right? I got a very small favor to ask. Can I quickly ask you all to help me to rate, right? On the scale of 1 to 5, right? The CIS framework, the methods they have just learned, right? How difficult or how easy it is? Okay, we want to understand this is because if a lot of people type 1 very difficult, means, okay, maybe we need to reduce the content next time, maybe too overwhelming. But if a lot of people type 5, then it's good. Then maybe we can add on even more content next time because too simple already. Okay, let me check quickly. Okay, there's 3, 4, 5. Okay, I see most of you are 4 and 5, a couple of 3. Okay. Okay, 4, 5. Okay, thank you very much for typing in. Okay, so I have a sensing. So roughly, I think most of you still feel is on the easy side. 4 or 5. I think a couple of 3, but most of you are still 4 or 5. All right. Okay, thanks again for participating. So, in fact, right, it's not difficult, as we can see most of you type 4 and 5. Many people actually knows that, and they know that it is very possible, and they also want to achieve 10x, 100x returns, but somehow they still lost money investing in crypto. And what's the reason? You can see that a lot of people, in fact, more lost money than make money. A teacher dream also turned into a nightmare. In crypto, a finance blogger also lost $2 million in the crypto crash. And sometimes we ask ourselves, why? Of course, there are many reasons, there are many factors, but from what I have seen over the years, I think it can be somehow categorized into a few reasons, a few factors. And what are they? Basically, right, it's not, first thing first, right, it's like not using a proper strategy. All right, they use, if you don't have a strategy, what do you use? You usually use your emotions. Correct or not? You feel good about this, then I buy. I think it's time to sell, I sell. I think I should put this amount of money to buy this time, I put this amount. So you use your emotion, right? Sometimes it's correct, but most times it's wrong one, correct? So you need a proper system to follow, a proper strategy, correct? Yeah, and of course, next is not keeping up with the updates. Basically, you buy something, then you leave it there, due to whatever reason. It can be a good reason, bad reason, doesn't matter, correct? We got busy, you forgot the price went up 200%, you thought it's a sure win, then end up and you check already minus 30%. Okay, all these can happen if you're not keeping up with the updates. Why? Because it is a fast move, it's a very new space, correct? When it's new, everything moves very fast as well. All right. And some people buy into hypes, they say, oh, this coin is going to be the next Ethereum, it's going to be the next Bitcoin, you better buy now, it will go 100,000x or whatever thing, instead of those top performing coins or top fundamental coins as well. All right. Yeah. So some of you may be saying that, hey, let's say actually hype, okay, my narrative, my buy into a hype, sometimes I can make money. I agree with that. But are you using a system, a strategy to buy the hype? Do you have a hype buying strategy? If you have, you can use it. If you base on FOMO, fear of missing out, correct? People say, oh, this coin is going to, a lot of people talking about it, then quickly jump into it. Then I would say that this is why most people lose money in crypto. All right. Yeah. So, but I believe using a very systematic approach, like what we have shown you, understand the phases first, find the right coin, then after use the smart money, a more systemized way of doing it. I believe most of you can definitely invest with a little bit more confidence right now. Hey, how many of you gain a little bit confident? If you have, can you help me to type C in the chat? Whether if it's only 1%, 5% doesn't matter. But after going through, you realize, hey, okay, now I a little bit more clear, a little bit more confident. Type C in the chat. Correct, right? You learn, you got a system, you feel more, a little bit, it doesn't matter. 1%, 2%, 3%, I think is good enough, coming in here for 1 hour or so. 1% more confident, I think it's a good job. You have done a good job already. Okay. Yeah. And because of our systematic approach, right? We are also very often invited by other organizations and other investing coaches and trainers also. Of course, they don't teach crypto, but they teach other instruments. So this is Sean Xia. Some of you may know him. So he nowadays he don't really teach there, but he was an option coach, right? Then this is us, sharing with his community about crypto. And then of course this is Suresh, CEO and founder of IWC. We we went in to share with his community as well, and very nice of his community also give some very good reviews to us. And we also have given training to Rashvin and his community before. So he was a stock option coach. Yeah, some of you may be confused. Hey, I thought Rashvin is also a crypto coach. Yes, he is now a crypto coach. Yeah, but before he became a crypto coach, yeah, so you can see, this was 2021. Yeah, so a few years back already. We also, provided training for his community as well, and all that. Yeah, so after that, he went on to become a crypto coach. So we don't know, maybe, some of you here next time also become a crypto coach. Yeah, which we don't mind. It's fine. This is, I think this space also need a little bit more coaches. Okay. Yeah. So I cannot comment on that. And also I don't know why he teach. Okay. I don't know why he share in the group. Okay. But yes, this happened a few years ago. All right. Yes. And of course, other people, Dr. Mani, a life coach, and Dr. Kosh as well. So if you're Malaysian, maybe you know him. If he's from Johor, Dr. Kosh, and very funny one. He's an Indian, right? But he teaches his course in Chinese. He's full Chinese one. Don't play. Okay, very funny. Okay, so he also invited us to share because he felt that he wanted his community to also know about his crypto, to learn crypto properly and not lose money as well. Okay, yeah. So with that, do you agree? Sometimes, in order for us to put in effort, right, we need to have some motivation. And I will say that we sometimes need to have a why, okay, WHY. So of course, I have my own why. And my why also motivated me to discover all these different methods, motivated me to research, to study more about crypto. And I am going to share with you my why as well, on why I actually started my investing journey and also crypto journey through a very short 1.5 minute video. I just play it very quickly. I need to work more than 40 hours a week. Unable to spend time with my family. Wrapped in an endless struggle for money with no means of additional income. That's not what I want. I've been trading and investing in cryptocurrency for the last 5 years. No matter what the price of Bitcoin is at the moment, 5,000, 15,000, 28,000, 58,000, people just kept asking me, what is Bitcoin? Is it a good time to buy now?
If you look at these paper notes, every single day is getting printed and there's more and more of them. Therefore, the value of this will definitely go down in the future. It's correct to place some of your money into cryptocurrency because it is likely to become the currency of the future and your wealth will likely be preserved or even grow.
Cryptocurrency and blockchain will be a revolution technology that changes the traditional financial system that we know today. The biggest risk in life is not investing in yourself before you invest. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the short video. I just realized that this video also a bit long ago already because I mentioned 5 years in the in the video, but it's actually already 10 years this year. Okay, but although it's a bit old, but I think it's still relevant. So anyone here know what's my why? After watching the video. Yeah, so I think a picture speaks 1,000 words. So these are my whys. Family, time, freedom. I'm able to spend quality time with my family. Go to places we want to go. We actually took our wedding photos at Greece, Santorini. Yeah, so this is me and my wife at Santorini. So after that, we flew to Liverpool, to watch a game because that's my favorite football club. Okay, so if you're a rival fan, I'm sorry about it. Okay, nah, kidding lah. So you can also visit your own favorite club as well. All right. Yeah. So after which I also, so you realize that this one, right? After that, right, I also brought my daughter there. Okay. So this is another time, okay, not the same time. So some of you wondering, hey, wow, how come wedding photo then straight away got baby come out, so fast. Okay. So this was another time. All right. So you can also see, this is my daughter holding the number 3 balloon there. Okay. Yeah. So this was her 3rd birthday. So I put it here to also remind myself that, we will ever only celebrate, her 3rd birthday once, 4th, 5th, 4th, all once. Okay, so these are things that seems unimportant at first. Okay, but looking back, right, it may be really, really important. Okay, and my why is actually not to miss all these, I would say, seemingly unimportant yet important events. Okay, I hope you understand where I'm coming from, something to think about. So what is a why? If you have a why and you don't mind sharing, maybe you can type in the chat box, what is, maybe it's financial freedom. If it's financial freedom, you can type, FF for financial freedom. Okay, so is it like me, family or whatever and all that? Okay, because I'm very, very sure that if you do have a why, goal to work towards to, it will definitely helps you to be focused. Having goals also motivates us, directly improving our chances of achieving investment success in cryptocurrency. All right, I hope this makes sense, and I also agree. I hope that you agree with me. Something for you all to think about. Okay, yeah. So, let me see the chat. Oh, very, very happening. Let me quickly check. Okay. Oh, okay. So I think you're talking about some other classes and gurus also. All right. So I think it's since you're talking already, I just also quickly share. So I think it's very important. I think someone say, right, find someone that can resonate with you and all that. Yeah. So that is why sometimes all these 2-hour session is very important. You know why not? Because it's for you to also have a feel of Leslie, right? Like hey, can I follow Leslie teaching method? When Leslie teach, did I get more confused or did I get more clarity? And then that gives you a little bit of idea lah, okay, of whether you want to continue learning from Leslie or not and all that. So I think yes, these are very, very important also. Okay, yeah. So with that, let's focus back on what I'm going to share first. All right. So later we got Q&A. So after that, we all can chit chat a bit. You all can ask more questions. Can all? All right. So with that, I see a lot of FF also in the chat. Okay, good, fantastic. So next up, right, I want to share a story, a true story. You know what is it? If you know what is on the screen, can you help me to type in the chat? Okay, then you know Along, okay, Along loan shark. Okay, so you know this, right? This happened to me about 15 or maybe 16 years ago. So what happened, right, is loan shark came to my house and did this. So what happened was that my mom, okay, not very educated, okay, you know, the old school type of mom, right? So not knowing what she was doing, she actually acted as a guarantor for one of our relatives. So basically, she didn't borrow. So basically, she became the guarantor. So basically, the loan shark cannot find my relatives. Then after that, eventually they came to my house and actually do this. So in fact, right, I was a lecturer in teaching diploma level and all that. So yes, teaching has always been something I love doing. So at the point in time, right, I would say that I had a decent income. Okay, but at the point, right, I felt a bit afraid and a bit insecure of my financial capability. Okay, and you know, like I was thinking, like, how can I protect my family, you know, from all these incidents? Especially, this house actually belongs to my grandma because I live with her since young. All right. So, but long story short, I decided that financial knowledge and financial literacy is actually very, very important. So that's when I began learning and also started my investing journey and crypto journey as well. Okay, by the way, the picture on the right side, it's not my house. I didn't take a photo because not very Instagram worthy. Cannot post on Facebook to show off. Kidding, but I didn't take a picture. Okay, but the video, right? The video here, right, is actually the real house. You can see, I don't know why so many years with the paint is still there. Okay, yeah. So, but the good news is, I'm not afraid anymore because I know that I can profit easily with the methods that I've developed from cryptocurrency. I can protect my family, protect my grandma who brought me up, you know, spend quality time with my family, with my children, and, you know, go travel and all that. And, you know, this is a fun game, a fun thing that we do as a family. Basically, you know, we will go back. This is where I took my wedding photo. So I bring my daughter back to, you know, same spot, you know, and all that. To take the same photo again and things like that. Okay, just a fun thing that we do as a family. All right. Yeah. So yes, this is how crypto investing has benefited myself and also my family. I hope that it can inspire you and also hope that crypto can do the same for you to help you achieve all your goals. But of course, as much as I would like to share as many information as I could today, and and I also tried my best doing so in the last, I think, 90 minutes or so. But I think it's there's only so much I can, you know, cram inside the 90 minutes, you know, web class from 10 years worth of experience already so far. But I would like to ask everyone a quick question. Right? How many of you have gotten value out of today's class? That means you feel that, you didn't waste your time here, you've got some value. Okay, if have, help me to type yes in the chat. Okay. So then if you feel that, I wasted my time coming here. Okay, don't have. Okay, if you feel value, I mean, you type yes. Okay, let me see, got yes or not. Okay, if no yes, you know what will happen. Okay, I will not be able to sleep tonight. Okay, not kidding. Okay, so good. Wow, see a lot of yes. Thank you very much. All right. So if your answer is yes, right, let me know if it's okay for me to share, you know, maybe I will take the next maybe 20 minutes or so, how we can actually further support you in the cryptocurrency journey. Basically, of course, we have a 2 days, you know, masterclass. If that is okay with you, help me to type okay in the chat. Okay. Okay, let me drink some water first. Okay, let me see got okay or not. If no okay, then Then we go straight Q&A. Okay, got okay. So, okay, then I will just take the next 20 minutes to share. So I know some of you probably already have joined the class before already. So if you feel that you got no question, no question to ask, then Q&A, then you can leave first and have a rest early lah. Okay, so for the rest of you, let me continue. All right, so basically we have these 2 days live cryptocurrency investing masterclass. So it will be conducted live over Zoom, just like what we are doing right now. Okay, so before I go into the details, I just want to quickly share who is this suitable for. So first thing first, if you do not wish to miss out the upcoming adoption of crypto, we see a lot of mainstream adoption, even BlackRock, big institution, also start to have ETFs and all that. So I think that if you don't want to miss out, then it will be suitable for you. You also want to take advantage of this rare new 4-year cycle and don't want to miss out the upcoming opportunity to hunt for all these potential 100x coins, then I think, yes, this will be suitable for you as well. And you are someone wanting to also create an additional and also consistent source of income. And for you, maybe you are someone who feel that although the strategy, okay lah, quite easy, I think I can follow what Leslie taught me, but you also wish to receive a more like step-by-step guide on how to profit from crypto, then yes, the web class, the master class will be suitable for you as well. And of course, maybe you are also someone wanting to be part of a community, again, with hand-guided advice and also receive resources like trade signals that we have shown you earlier as well. All right. So yes, if you are looking for all these, then yes, I think the masterclass will be suitable for you. So what will we be sharing? So we will share with you all the fundamentals as well. So if you are new to the space, don't worry about it, because we will go through with you how to set up your wallets, your accounts, all the fundamentals, how to buy, sell, how to transfer, how to navigate and all that. But what if you are someone who is a little bit more intermediate or advanced, then it will still be suitable for you because you will be learning more crypto strategies. And most importantly, right, we will also be giving you our full CRS framework suite. That means you'll get all the strategies in the CRS framework. Because I believe some of you might be wondering also that just now, right, after I learned the smart money method, right, is it really enough? Some of you maybe have this question ahead. So before I answer this question, right, let me go through with you what is in the class first. So it's so-called divided into 2 parts, I would say. So the first part, right, is to make you an expert navigator first. Basically, you understand how crypto works, how blockchain works, what are decentralized finance, how to open your account, your wallets, and all that, all the portfolio management, risk management, and stuff like that. And part 2 is to make you a maestro investor. Basically, how to add indicators for successful trading, just like the smart money and stuff like that, right? How to navigate around, how to auto set profit, how to do fundamental analysis. There's part 1 and 2, so short for FA. So some of you who are in stocks will be familiar with FA. So some of you who are not, let me quickly explain. So basically, stocks in FA in stocks, right? We will analyze the company, analyze the stock, whether, look at the balance sheet, look at the financial report, and then we determine that, hey, this company is good, is making a lot of money, it has good profit, it has no debt and stuff like that. Then we invest in the stock in that company. So a lot of people thinks that crypto you cannot do FA. Why? Because there is essentially no balance sheet or financial report, correct? You cannot read the financial, but there are metrics that you can look at. There are ways for you to research on cryptocurrencies, and that is when you can also hunt for all these so-called fundamentally good crypto as well. All right, so all this will be shared to you as well. So of course, you'll be getting the full CRS suite, okay? So in the CRS suite, right, what do you get? You actually get the full technical analysis strategy. So there will be strategy for different situations, different scenarios as well, right? Sometimes bull market, bear market, sideways market. So you need to use different strategies. All right. So of course, the on-chain blueprint, basically the FA, right? How to find all these 100x coins and all that. Okay. And decentralized finance, okay, find hidden gems, okay, leverage and futures trading. Okay, so first thing first. Okay, very good. Danny asked zero knowledge and that, right? Okay, so first thing first, right? If you realize that some of these terms you don't understand, hey, Leslie, what is on-chain blueprint, decentralized, all these don't need to worry first. You know why not? Because if you understand all this, right, then you no need to come and learn already. You already know. So don't worry about the jargon first. Okay, but all this will be taught to you. And if you can understand, if you can understand what I have shared in the last 1.5 hours, I think you are good to go. Plus, if you have 15 to 20 minutes a day, I think again you are good to go. Okay, yeah. So don't worry about all these terms that are used that you all don't understand. Why? Because you don't understand is natural. Then when you come to a class, you understand everything. Okay, can? Yeah, but I'm just very curious about another thing. A lot of people usually during my class, they will ask me about this leverage of futures trading. A lot of you seems to be very interested in this. Are you also one of them? If you are, can you help me type FT, FT in the chat? Okay, so I know that you're also keen on the futures trading. Okay, some of you are. Okay, so if you are interested, then good news because you'll be covered as well. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, using the suite, you will also be able to achieve 100 to 200% yearly returns conservatively. I will say also increase your win rate by combining all the different methods. Why? Because again, different situation, maybe you need to apply different strategy. All this will be shared with you. And of course, unearth hidden gems, profit in any market condition, even during the bear, and of course, create daily income with futures trading. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, I see you all got some questions. Don't worry, I will take them later, but let me continue further so we don't break the flow too much. Okay, can So let me continue first. So, just now a few slides ago, I talked about this. After learning the smart money method, is it really enough? Okay, so I have to be very upfront and honest with you. Right? There's one very important thing or factor that you need to have when you navigate the crypto market. Is actually to have a group, okay, or a community. Okay, why is that so? Because crypto space, right, is moving fast, and sometimes when the market is so new, right, there are a lot of fear in the market, so people can get lost very easily. So you need to have a group for you to check back on. Correct. So for example, if you're going to take a trade, you are not sure, you can actually ask in a group, for example. Okay. So when you do that, sometimes it can save you thousands of dollars. And like I mentioned, sometimes the strategy, right, is easy to apply. But the thing is, you may not know which coins has been fulfilled, the smart money method, for example. But imagine this, you have a community of 100 people, 1,000 people. Each of you just look at 10 to 100 coins. It's going to be very, very powerful. All right. So yes, we understand that. So we will actually give you a bonus. Okay, once you actually join this class, right, you will be invited to join our graduate private Telegram network. So in this Telegram group, right, there's community support. You can ask questions, sharing of tips, and of course, there are signals as well. All the mentors are also inside. So it's not a case that you send email, need to wait 2-3 days sometimes and all that. So all this will be provided for you for 1 full year. All right. So let me show you what's inside the group. So you can see this was what we share on the May 19, 9/20, right? Add more, buy more Ethereum, buy more Bitcoin. So at 9:20, the price bottom. So you would have made 20% in 20 minutes just by doing this, just by following us. Okay. And of course, others 15% out in 5 days, 123% in this one was 16 or 17 days. Okay, got more, 23% in 6 days. Okay, 47% in 8.5 hours. All this is in the community. Okay, so this was another time Ethereum bottom. Okay, 100% profit in 4 weeks. Okay, so some of you may be wondering, well, Leslie, you're so good. Y'all know when, or always know when the bottom is. Okay, so I can tell you honestly, if someone tells you that he or she always know where the bottom is, right, he or she is probably lying to you, okay? Because we also don't 100% know. But you see, sometimes the stars are more aligned than other days. So when we have more confidence that, hey, I think bottom already, then our promise to you is that if we find all these, that we are more confident, then we will share with the community. All right, so this is what we did. And not only in the right community, right? Sometimes not only make you money, it can also save you money. Why? How many of you remember the FTX incident? If you remember, how many you type FTX? Okay, so basically, right, if you don't know about this news, in 2022, 10th November, the fateful day, right, they suspended all the withdrawals. So basically, you cannot get all your money back. Okay, so in our group, can you see? November 7, withdraw from FTX. Okay, why? Because we have some news. So basically, right, some people took 9 hours to receive. Let me tell you, this 9 hours, right, is very short compared to those who have waited 4 or 5 years. Yeah, they eventually got it back, but they waited 4 or 5 years to got it back. All right. Yeah. So maybe you don't know about this news, but you might have heard of the more recent one. Is Singapore-based tokenized. You've heard of this, maybe you can type T in the chat. Okay, T for tokenized. So what happened? Again, same thing, to shut down 20th July. Can you see? On the 12th of July, move all funds out, immediate effect. So what happened? All our group people who saw the message, they are able to withdraw. See, withdrawal completed, good news, withdrawal request completed, and all that. All right. Yeah, so why do we know all this? Because we are in the space and we know some people, so sometimes we get a little bit of insider info, like if I want to say, okay? And yeah, so of course you also get live workshop, continuous classes and stuff like that when you're in the group. So in the group, we also help you to find hidden gem that can 100x or 1000x. You get insider news. You get special access, you get alerted on trades and buys when you're not looking, you are busy, not looking, then we alert you, right? So for example, some of all these, so Solana, I believe a lot of people know about this coin. It's the top 5 coins in the world right now. But back then, right, in 2021, right, nobody knows a lot about this one. Not a lot of people knows about this coin. So we bought at $33. Can you imagine that? Huh? So if you go and check, it's very high right now. Okay, so again, why are we showing you like older result? Not because we don't have a latest result. We do. You will come very soon. Just that we want to show that we have also been doing this consistently. It's not like 1 year or 2 years that we happen to do well, then we show you. So we have been doing this for many years with our community already. All right. So of course we update, for 147% up already, 458% up, and all this for Solana. All right. And of course, XC is another one. Again, entry at $38. Okay, 300 over %. Okay, so all this you see is applied together with leverage. You can also do that. We also enter at $2, $5. So all this XC Infinity also is a very well-known coin, but back then nobody know much about it. Okay, so of course other coins are just skim through, if not too many already. All right. So the truth is why we need to look at all these alternate coins and unearth all this hidden gem is that we cannot depend on Bitcoin alone, because Bitcoin is more or less matured. So you can see that compared to others, Bitcoin is actually kind of lagging behind, unless you are okay with like 20-50% in the next few years. Okay, but if you think that you want more, 1000%, 200%, then yes, you might need to look at other coins as well. Okay, and this is what we do. We unearth them, of course, sift out those substandard one, and this is what we have provided for our group. Okay, and you can see the past year, it's about 900%, just by following all these coins in the group. All right, yes. Okay, so this will be, again, you'll be invited to join this group and you'll be provided for you for 1 year. Okay, so I know just now someone asked, hey, what happened after 1 year? I think in the chat somewhere. Okay, so okay, usually people ask this question naturally because they, after 1 year, what happened? Okay, so let me explain first. Okay, first year, free, right? Actually, this is not important right now, but because a lot of people ask, so I usually explain first. So listen very carefully. First year, free. So after that, right? After the first year, right? To continue being in a group, right? Typically is $497 per year. Okay, optional. All right. So why do I say optional and why I say it's not important right now? Very, very simple. You see, the first year is free. You enjoy it first. If after 1 year you feel that no good, then don't continue. Don't waste your $497. Correct? I'll be very upfront, guys. right? But after 1 year, you feel that, hey, I want to continue being a group because I benefit a lot. You feel that it's worth more than 497, then you decide again. But the first year, enjoy first, okay? Can, hey guys, you're okay with that? Can, help me type 1 in the chat. So because some people also forget it's 1 year. So I also want to explain why is it 1 year. Okay, why is it 1 year? It's because we take this very seriously. We want to give very quality and timely support to our group members. So if the group gets bigger and bigger, right, we realize that we cannot support in a timely and quality manner, right? So that's number 1. Number 2, we also realize that, okay, normally after 1 year, people are good on their own. Maybe they renew another 1 year, then they are good on their own, then they don't need to continue in the group now. So we leave for the newer people who maybe need a little bit more help. Something like that, okay? So basically, this is why we put it as 1 year. Okay, huh? Okay? Yeah, so with that, this is Trev. So Trev is a teacher. So teacher, right? Also very busy profession. So you can see I've got accountant, got teacher join us, but also see good result. So how busy is he? Very, very funny one. Okay, so you see, when he was busy, right, school term, curriculum, the entire 5 months, let me tell you, he only do 2 trades. And he only got time to look at Bitcoin. He made 47%. Not bad lah. Okay, not bad. 5 months, 47%. Pretty solid. So when he has time, very funny, man. He add in more capital, of course, 30K in total. So after 11 months, okay, you can see he look at more altcoins. Hey guys, you all see, right? More altcoins, okay, Bitcoin still the 3,000, the same as just now, okay? So he bought more, okay? I guess how many of you don't mind this kind of result? If you don't mind, how many type 600% in the chat? Okay, but the idea is what you must look at altcoins. Okay, but this was last time one. Now we need to look at more altcoins really. Okay, can Okay, let me go a bit faster. Of course, got other reviews, people saying that the tools are very comprehensive, they like the chart reading, great beginner's approach and all that. And of course, many others. I just skim through to save time. Okay. Yeah, so of course, I think more importantly, besides showing you all these reviews, case studies, I think more importantly is to give you the confidence. And of course, we are very confident of the method, but how to give you the confidence, right? We actually have this thing called the full refund guarantee. Okay, so what is this full refund guarantee about, right? Is that if you use our method, and you do the first 10 trades, you make less than the fee you pay us, we fully refund to you. Okay, that's how confident we are of the method. Okay, again, you do the first 10 trade, you make less than what the fee is, then we full refund to you. Okay, yeah. So they also give you re-attendance support if you need to. So anytime you feel that, okay, I want to come back for revision, we will always welcome you back. Okay. So next question, people always ask, maybe get a bit excited. You say, hey, Leslie, how fast can I start? Okay, so if you have the appetite for learning, you can actually begin immediately. Why? Because you will also receive this quick start module. So basically, it's a very bite-sized, digestible kind of videos, 5 to 15 minutes each, so that you can also start to profit from crypto as soon as possible. Okay, so very important, listen very carefully. So if later, what I want you to do is I want you to go and check your email after you have signed up. Make sure you receive this welcome email. Why? Because in this welcome email, inside will have all the bonuses that I mentioned, okay, including this quick start module. Very, very important. All right. Okay. So now, usually at this point, usually there are these 2 questions that come up. Okay. So one question is, okay, Leslie, when is it? Okay, when is the class? Can I know the date? All right. So another question is, another question is, okay, Leslie, sounds good so far. Okay, how much? Okay, how much is it? Okay, so I'll be very upfront, guys. Okay, so this is the typical online retail price. Okay, it's going at 787. Why online? Because we go Zoom. Okay, online retail price. Okay, but usually we will give this thing called the webinar special. So what is this webinar special? Basically, is to commemorate, to reward people who has really spend time with us, spend these 2 hours with us. Then we give them a discount. Okay, so again, I'll be very clear cut, very upfront. So the discount is what? 497. Okay, 497. So I can show you people really pay the 497. All right, but there's always a but. But this session, right, is actually a little bit special. Why? Because I think about 10 days ago, we actually have this Invest 360 event. I think many of you actually came from that event. Okay, I know many of you also didn't come from the event. Doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. So long you are here, I just take it that you came from that event. So we want to give you something a little bit extra. Okay, something a little bit extra from this post Invest 360 event. Okay, to a little bit more off. All right. So basically, it will be going at 467. Okay. So that's it. Okay, 467, but only for the next 15 minutes only. Why? To be fair to the people who pay the 497. Okay. Yeah. So if you like what you have seen, then yes, my co-trainer, rather my admin will be putting in the registration link in the chat box very, very soon. So just in case if you cannot make it for the next date, still go ahead and register. Why? Because to get the special price, and also at the same time, just email us. We will just arrange for you to go to the next class. Okay. So yes, we will have the Q&A. If you got questions, feel free to stay behind to ask. Okay, so in summary, this is what you will get: full refund and re-attendance support. You get the quick start module so that you can begin immediately, and you also get the special Invest 360 price and also the network support. So just a reminder, what do you get in the private network support? This is what you would have received. Okay, 900%. Meaning to say what? Imagine this: if you have invested $1,000. And you decided to follow blindly, which we don't recommend because we teach you is for you to do on your own. But if you do that, you will make 26 times of your cost fee. Okay, if you invest $100 out, you still got balance of $724 after paying the 467. Okay, so this is what you will have received in 1 year if you have joined us. All right, and of course, these are the latest trade. If you invest $1,000, you will profit $500 already. Okay. Yeah. So these are people making good money and they are sharing their result as well. So join us if you want to be one of them. All right. So again, in summary, why we are now in the best time of the rare 4-year cycles. And this is a once a lifetime opportunity with adoptions happening every day. Governments, banks going into crypto. Crypto has made many people generational wealth, and we can give ourselves and our family a better life. So I think this is why we should start now and not later. All right, again, I see our questions. I will come to that later. So yeah, again, yes, we are going to a Q&A. Feel free to type in the questions you have. But before I answer all your questions, let me address some very common FAQ first. Basically, people ask, what are the available dates? So once you click in, to get the class date, right, you just put in your details first. And then you click on this button. So don't worry, when you click on this button, no payment yet. It's only to bring you to the next page. Then you see the dates. Okay, and yeah. So how does the full refund money back guarantee works? So basically very simple. You do the first 10 trades. Okay, but the minimum trade size is 100 per trade. Okay, why? Because if you trade $10 per trade and after 10 trade is $100, you want to make 4, 6, 7, a bit challenging. All right, I think it's fair enough. $100 per trade. All right, and if you make less than that, then just show us the proof. We'll give the money back to you. All right. So will recording be provided? Yes, you can also choose to re-attend if you want to. So some people may be wondering, hey, Leslie, if you're really so good, why are you teaching this? So this is a very common question, but I will say that the reason is because we also want to build our own community who knows our strategy, more importantly. Why? Because when you know our strategy, you can help us to look up. That's what we need also. Okay, so you also want you to share with us when you actually find out, oh, this smart money also fulfilled, then we can also benefit at the same time. Yeah, so this is why we are building this community as well. Okay, yeah, so is leverage, futures, day trading covered? I'll say yes, it's covered. Do I need a lot of time? No, you can see that people like Trev, Trev, the teacher, who else? The JR, the accountants. They are all very busy people, but they are still able to do it, with just 15 minutes a day. So if you want to spend more time on it, no problem. Okay, so last FAQ, I said, hey, Leslie, if I attend and then I don't see result, how? Okay, so actually you think about this, it's very, in a way, no-brainer and a bit, in a way, no risk for you. You know why not? Okay, because there's only two scenarios. One is that you join us and then you make good result. Then you'll be happy, we'll be happy for you as well. So number two, if you don't see result, how? You apply for the full refund. So literally, I think no risk as well. Okay, yes. So with that, let me go through some of the questions. Okay, Danny not available in the weekend. How? This is a bit challenging, I would say, but Danny, okay, so we encourage you as much as possible, attend the live class. Why? When you attend the live, you can ask questions. It's easier for you to follow and understand. But for special case, really don't know, every weekend you really cannot make it, maybe due to work or whatever. Then we will provide a recording to you. Okay, yeah. Okay, so when I just scrolling back up. So if I miss your question, maybe you copy and paste again for me now, okay? What's the minimum amount of capital needed? Lin asked. So the capital, I will say that there's no minimum. You can start from 100, 200, 300, 400. But I will say that do something that makes sense to you. What is make sense to you? Do something that will keep you motivated. If you start at 200, you make 100%, is another $200. Maybe not so motivated. So I will say something that makes sense. Usually to me, I will say minimum $3,000 to $5,000. Okay, but again, it's not set in stone. You want to start with like $5 to test out. Oh, can I will say can, no problem. Okay, so those who say that the date you cannot make it, I just tell you, I cannot remember the exact date, but typically we have one class about every 5 to 7 weeks, about that. Okay, but because of Chinese New Year, maybe it's 6 or 7 weeks later, the next class. Can Okay, so Sent asks, what you mean $100 per trade? Okay, so you are referring to the money back guarantee, right? Okay, so because you need to do 10 trades and you make less than 467, okay, we refund you the 467, right? But your every trade cannot be $1, because you trade $1 after 10 trade is total $10. You tell me you want to make 467, very tough. So our rule is that the trade size for your 10 trades is $100 per trade, which I think fair enough. After 1,000, then you make 46.7%. Then you make, I think, okay, right, this result. Then if you make less than that, then refund you. Okay, huh? Okay, Angel asked a very interesting question. Once I get started, if life gets too busy, is it possible to get a break on crypto? I actually like this question. I think it's a very important question. Some people, they what's that word called? They think that once they enter, right, or they start, they cannot stop. In life, a lot of things is like that. We thought that we start something, we cannot stop. I feel that taking a break sometimes is very important. But the key is what? Remember to come back. Okay, one month don't look at it, 2 months don't look at it. I think it's fine. But remember to come back. But it's harder to come back if you don't have a community to remind you to come back. Okay, I hope that answers. Okay. Okay, Alex asks, last webinar before class, no further. Okay, no further. Okay, no further discount. But got further bonus or not? You all wait for a little bit. You all wait for a while. I can only tell you this. Okay. Okay, so now, so wait. Yes, after the class you missed out, you can ask inside the Telegram group. Okay, Okay, so got one question. James asked this question. I think, okay, is the masterclass enough to equip us, or do we have to join your mentorship program? Okay, so I want to be very upfront about this one. Okay, because some people are afraid that, okay, I'll be very upfront. Some people are afraid that, hey, I join your class, later you sell me more things. How? Okay, I'll be very upfront. Do we have all this coaching program, mentorship program? My answer to you, very straightforward. We do. We have. Okay, but listen very well. These 2 days, right, your learning will be complete. Meaning to say we will not hold back anything, we will teach you everything. Your learning will be complete. But why do we still have the coaching on that? Because some people still prefer to work with us in a coaching manner, one-to-one, all this stuff. So we also have that. But yes, so again, the 2 days class, learning will be complete. We will not purposely hold you back, then pretend, oh, you must join this so that you complete the whole thing. No, we won't do this kind of thing. 2 days, complete. But do we have extra class, advanced class, coaching program, all this? We have, okay? But 2 days will be complete, okay, huh? Okay, so before I continue, answer your question, okay? So I want to congratulate those who are still here, okay? Because sometimes we also want to see who are the most serious one, okay? So, okay, guys, we have this flash bonus. So congrats if you are still here. Listen carefully, this flash bonus, okay, is an extension of our private community. Initial was 1 year, right? You all still remember? Okay, it will be extended to lifetime. Okay, you all never listen wrongly, extended to lifetime. But okay, because this is very valuable, right? It will only be available for the first 5 registrations only. Okay, guys, usual is 497. So if you are the first 5 today, good for you because it will be lifetime. Okay, for you. Okay, just a reminder, this is what you would have received, in over a year, 900%. Imagine what you would have received if you join us for a lifetime. All right. Yeah. So again, this is only for the new 4-year cycle, also for the post event of Invest 360, 467 special price. If you are first 5, congrats. Then you also get the extension to lifetime. All right. Okay, so I tell you what. Okay, so if you have already signed up, can you do me a favor? Just type sign up in the chat, so I know that you are the first 5. Okay. Okay, so Alex and Danny. Okay, so 2 days really enough to equip us to trade on our own. Seems 2 days is short and rush. Okay, good point. Good point. To be frank, 2 days, right? It's like you get your driving license. Okay, you are qualified to drive, but are you experienced enough to drive from Singapore to Johor Bahru? Maybe not yet. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's the everyday practicing that really equips you to trade on your own eventually, not after 2 days. So I'll be very upfront with you. But the 2 days equip you with the license to start to drive. All right. Okay. But the good thing is what? After you get your license, usually you're on your own. We have the Telegram group, which is like we will continue to drive together with you for the next 1 year or lifetime if you are the first 5. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so some people are afraid asked to sign a mentorship program. Okay, so I'll be very upfront with you. You won't be forced. Okay, the 2 days you learn completely. But if you feel that you want the mentorship because you want to communicate with us in a different way, then yeah, then you consider that later lah. Oh, okay. Jared asks 1 year support. After that is 497. Okay, but if you're the first 5, then yes, you don't need to think about the 497 already. Okay, sorry, all your questions flooding in, so I'm not sure. Okay. okay, wait, let me see. Okay, so guys, okay, I know got more than 5. Some of you also PM me. Some of you also a bit angry, like half scolding me. I don't know, the tone I cannot hear for Zoom. It's like, well, Leslie, you're not fair. That's not I think I quickly signed. I think I'm the first 5, and all that. No, then now you say whoever typed first, not fair. Okay, so okay, so guys, I ask you a question. Okay, how many of you okay, let me think. Should I do this? Okay, do the first month of 2026. Okay, let's do. Okay, so new year. Okay, so if you want the lifetime membership, lifetime Telegram group, can you do me a favor? Can you help me to type I1 in the chat? Okay, type I1 in the chat. Okay, this is very important. If you really want, don't be shy, type I1. Okay, what I'm going to do is that my team is going to count the I1 in the chat. Okay, assuming we count, let's say got 25, example, then we will increase from 5 to 25, that's it. But if your name later come in on the 26, you don't have, okay, so listen carefully, you type I1, okay, plus, you must register before we end this webinar. Fair enough, okay? Don't say tomorrow later you come say, hey, yesterday got this, can I still get, don't have already, okay? Today you must register and you type I1, we count how many, and that's it, okay, huh? Okay, want to clear the debt, I don't know what you mean. Okay, don't worry, as long as you sign today, or you join the class in March, or even you join 2 years later, still 467, okay? But you must pay today lah, must register today lah, okay? Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see, got any other questions? Okay, I'm scrolling back up in case I miss your question. But if I really miss your question, it's not on purpose. You just copy and paste again for me. Okay, let me see. Seems there are no more questions. Okay. Okay, listen again, I repeat in case you all missed it. So the lifetime membership only for the first 5. Okay, but what I promise is that if you type in I1, we will count how many. Okay, let's say got 20, got 25, we'll just extend to that 20 or 25. Okay, next criteria is that you must register before we end the webinar. Okay, after that, tomorrow you come 2 days later, I consider already, I think I want, I don't have a lifetime. Okay, but we still give you the 1 year. 1 year. Okay, but don't have a lifetime already. Okay, unless if you really got payment, cannot go through, okay, then case by case, okay, but don't pretend, your God will know. Kidding. Okay, so, okay, what was the question? Okay, how to guarantee? Okay, so if you pay by the link, you should get the welcome email automatically. But because sometimes a lot of people sign up at the same time, so sometimes the email may jam. Okay, so what happened is that if by tomorrow morning or around noon, you wait until noon, you still never get the welcome email, then please email us. The email will be in the chat, so it's easy for you to copy and paste. So if you do the pay now method, it will not trigger the automation in the email, unfortunately. So you need to fill up the form, which is right under the pay now QR. You should see it. Okay, then once you fill up, our team will send to you by tomorrow morning also, the welcome email. Okay, Okay, so what's next? So my team also put in the Google form if you use the pay now method. Okay, so after sign pay, what's next? Then you just wait for the welcome email, then go through we have the quick start module. So you get access to that, just go through the video first. Then you can set up your account and stuff like that, and then understand some basic also. Okay, Okay. Okay, so as I mentioned, Danny, so if you receive the welcome email, give it some time because maybe a lot of you type I1, so maybe the email system also take time for it to load and then send it to everybody. Okay. Okay, Lynn, at this moment, I shall not disclose yet, but I think because I think that's not important at this point. Okay, but come to the 2-day class first. If the 2-day class can help you, then you think about the mentorship. Okay, so I always be very upfront. If cannot, the 2 days also cannot. The 2 days cannot help you, then don't bother, right? Okay, okay, so yeah, send the email to the email that is in the chat if you did not receive the welcome email. Okay, so any last question before we conclude? Because we are a bit overrun. I don't want to hold your back also. Okay. Okay lah, Lin, my team PM you lah, can? Okay. Okay, okay, any last question? Okay, if not, this is what I'm going to do. I will keep the Zoom room open for another maybe 3 to 5 minutes. Okay, although you don't see me on the camera, but we will still reply your question via the chat. So we don't hold anyone else who don't have question already. So those who are joining us, thank you very much. I will see you in the class. So again, if you want to get the lifetime, make sure you register by today and also the special price. All right. So with that, I shall see you in the next class and have a good rest. Take care.
Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay, replay. Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay, replay. Remember the first time we met? You was at the mall with your friends. I was scared to approach you, but then you came closer, hoping you would give me a chance. Who would have ever knew that we would ever be more than friends? We're railroad white, breaking all the rules. She like a song played again and again. That girl, like something of a poster. That girl is a dime, they say. That girl is a gun to my holster. And she's running through my mind all day. Hey, Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay, replay. Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay, replay. See you being all around the globe. Now once did you leave my mind? We talk on the phone from night till the morn. Girl, it really changed my life. Doing things I never do. I'm in the kitchen cooking things she likes. We're railroad white, breaking all the rules. Someday I wanna make you my wife. That girl, like something of a poster. That girl is a dime, they say. That girl is a gun to my holster. And she's running through my mind all day. Hey, Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay, replay. Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay, replay. I can be your melody, a girl I could write you a symphony, the one that could fill your fantasies. So come, baby girl, let's sing with me. Yeah. I can be your melody, a girl I could write you a symphony, the one that could fill your fantasies. So come, baby girl, let's sing. Remix, come on.
When you love, boy, can't you see? Boy, come back, baby, please, 'cause we belong together. I'm not gonna leave no one turns down. Who's gonna talk to me till the sun comes up? Who's gonna take your place? There ain't nobody there. Oh, baby, baby, we belong together.
sun in the summertime, bouncing the lemon rain.
Skipping a Hummer line, peeing kiss in and out.
Mariah on the other lines, baby, I'ma come back.
Believe it'll come a time we belong together like peanut butter and jelly.
February's and skellies, after parties and tellies.
Feel you in my stomach like you a part of my belly.
Baby, I'ma come back, hope every part of you ready.
I lost so part of me. When you left, boy, can't you see? Boy, come back, baby, please, 'cause we belong together. Am I gonna leave? No one turns me around. Who's gonna talk to me till the sun comes up? Who's gonna take your place? There ain't nobody better. Oh, baby, we belong together. I can sleep at night, no more on my mind. Papa won't mix on the radio, singing to me if you think you're lonely now. Wait until tonight, boy, I'm feeling all out of my element. Doing things right, trying to figure out where the hell I went wrong. The thing reflected in this song didn't even happen when I'm feeling inside. I need you back in my life, baby.
Let's go. You gonna need a shoulder to cry on. Classic Mustang Cobra to ride on. Past is the past, just let it be bygones. Matter of fact, I know a fly song that we can vibe on. Let's get it straight if it's the 6 or the 7:45.
Then I'm throwing baby face or shy on.
Yeah, kiss Ghost and MC. Get close and toast to the diva and MCs.
On the trees will blow, big cups of Pinot Grigio.
Take it easy though.
We belong together, we know that. Now I think that it's about time we show